to Resellers 2, episode number 59. Today we have Tonya and Miss Yvon with us, and me. And we don't have a topic today, so if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, just post them over into the chat. We will get to as many of them as we can. And, thank God I have headphones on. I forgot to turn off my speaker, my volume.
I didn't hear it.
I know, because it's in my ear. So... I'm sorry, that threw me off. It was like freaked me out. What was I saying? It's Tonya's birthday tomorrow. Yay! I bought you something, but it's not a gift. I actually just bought you something like last week.
Really?
But, yeah, I gotta send it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it's not a gift though. It's not a birthday gift. Like, don't think it was a birthday gift. You'd be like, this is the crappiest birthday gift. How are you doing, Yvon?
I'm good. I'm sorry I missed last week. I had to run up to Dad's because that deal fell through. So I'm trying again to resell it this spring. So wish me luck, girls. I'm so tired of running up and down. The only plus is I always stop at my mountain honey hole, and I did, and it was great again.
Oh, you find goodies? You got some goodies from your honey holes?
I did. I got a haul video I'm going to throw up after this.
What about you, Miss Tonya? How was your week? How was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Good weekend. Trying to think real quick what all I did. I know Saturday morning I got up and went garage selling. So, as always.
Oh, imagine that.
You knew that.
Right.
Was it good? Did you find anything? I think you did because I saw some of your posts on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think I found anything really, amazing. But yeah, I picked up a couple decent things, like for the booth and whatnot. Oh, I picked up these, but I'll show y'all later. I'll show you later.
What about you, Deb?
This weekend, gosh, what did I do?
See, I have to think about it.
I have no idea what I did.
You went into not saltgrass. What's it called? Salt Lick?
Oh, yeah, because we had to go to do an estimate. So I went to Salt Lake, but that was like last week. That wasn't this weekend.
It?
Yeah. I have no clue. I haven't the slightest idea what
I'll tell you what you did. According to
could you go back and look at my Instagram and my Facebook and let me know what I did this week?
Hey, you're giving away your reseller rally tickets?
Yes, and I'm going to post that down in the description. Make sure to go over and watch Lonnie Garage Sale Flips. His first show that he did is the Reseller 6-pack that had Miss Tonya on there. Was for Sunday, and he is giving away one of my giveaway tickets. I want to specify it's my giveaway tickets because some people thought he was giving away my personal ticket to the rally.
Oh, you have to be there.
I told Jason Sloan, because he sent me a message too. He's like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, I said it was just bad wording. I said, I should really mess with people and take my picture off the website.
No, don't cause any more.
Right, you better not.
I was like, oh my God, it's just gossip that would cause. Yeah, so no, he's giving away one of my giveaway tickets because we each got 2 to give away. And the contest is running until Wednesday. And all you need to do is go over there and comment Reseller Rally in the comments of the video and why you want to go. That's it. And it's going to be a random drawing. So I might let him give away both of them. Who knows? Because I'm running out of time to give them away.
I mean, it's sneaking up fast.
Yeah, I might let him do a first and second and just give them both away. So make sure you go comment on that video. It's on Garage Flips. I always want to say Garage Sell Flips.
I know, that's so funny. Me too.
But it's Garage Flips.
Yeah. Subscribe to his channel. I am a huge fan. I'm so happy to see him expand his channel. I love his personality, his demeanor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, he's been joking around that I've been stalking him, and it's just because I have so few people to watch on YouTube since all I sell is hard goods that it's hard to find people to watch that are reselling the same kind of stuff that I'm going to learn from them.
Right.
Oh, I never thought to pick that up, or oh, I've never seen that before. And so I've been watching him a lot in the past couple of weeks. And so it's been a lot of me you know, like commenting and stuff. And so, but yeah. So anyway, no, I think it's gonna be a really good show. So, and
Yeah,
his
it was a
channel's
lot of
doing really
fun.
well. Yeah, his
Yeah,
channel's
yeah.
doing really well.
I'll give you a preview too. Lonnie already submitted his Father's Day tribute for the Father's Day video that will be coming out.
Oh, I gotta do
Oh,
my.
good.
I'm gonna write a note.
I'll remind
Nope.
you guys. But Lonnie's already submitted his, so I'm so excited.
When's the animal one due?
I'll probably do that in July. Everyone's chomping at the bit to do that one. That's going to be maybe a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, that's going to be a long video. Skippy's so excited to participate.
I think I'll do something with Highway too.
What, Skippy's been working out or what?
Yeah,
Ready for this?
he's been walking back and forth, running the yard every day.
I'm gonna need a trim, Mom. I'm gonna need a trim.
Well, yesterday we went and got a new foster dog. We had fostered a dog before about 6 months ago. And it was a big old dog too. Her name was Lolly, and she was 77 pounds, I think. But we went yesterday to go I have a heart for like senior dogs, because I hate that people dump them, you know, just because they get old. I hope when I get old, I don't get just dumped off somewhere.
Right.
You know? Like, we don't love you anymore. You're old. You know? So I have a heart for senior dogs. And anytime I see them, like, if you don't want a house full of dogs, do not ever like follow any of your local dog pound humane society rescues or whatever, because they will put out these, you know, we're at capacity, we are a no-kill shelter, but we are at capacity and we have to make decisions.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, but they're dogs. So yeah. So we went yesterday to pick up a different dog, but she actually had some health issues. So we picked up a new dog, and his name's Dusty, and he's 8 years old, and he's a lab mix. Yeah, and he's been there for like 3 weeks, and he's just wonderful. He would make somebody such a wonderful pet. And it may be a foster fail, because Maria is quite fond of him. Foster fails are whenever you're supposed to foster them and give them back, but you don't. You keep them.
Right. They're hoping you probably do that too, huh?
Not really.
No?
Not really, because the benefit of fostering a dog is sort of like you get an opportunity to get to know the animal and their patterns and their personalities, and if they like going for walks, if they like chew toys, if they chew on things, if they bark too much, so whenever somebody comes in wanting to adopt a dog, instead of it just being the dog and a name, you know, it's a whole thing of, hey, he loves to go to the lake, and hey, he sleeps really well, he doesn't bark at the door, he doesn't harass tiny animals, he doesn't, you know, so there's this whole detailed thing about it.
That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you that you do that. And you know, the reason I've never really done it is because I was thinking, well, I can't really have like big animals and stuff like that because of my little chihuahuas. But you know what? I could probably foster like chihuahuas and the smaller dogs.
There was 2 chihuahuas over at the shelter yesterday that were 12 years old.
Oh.
I mean, the one of them didn't even like move. She just slept the whole time we were there.
Oh, I'm meant to look into it.
Yeah. No, so, I mean, it's really something like, you know, I know people get really heart stuck on them, but you're doing a service to that animal by being able to say, hey, this is his personality. He's so amazing.
Right.
And then you get to do that again with another dog. You know, they go off to new homes. So anyway.
But you get sad when they leave, right?
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Yes. No, it's heartbreaking. It is. You're just like, I'm leaving. But then you get another one, you know? So.
Right.
No, I'm not well adjusted enough for all that.
Yvonne's like, I have 83 dogs now. And okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what we picked up while we were out. Who wants to go first? I'll go first if you want. Yvonne?
You go first.
Okay. All right. So I went shopping Friday. I don't know when I went. And I need your help because I can't identify 2 of these shoes that I bought. Has anybody ever heard? I got these men's boots, and they're that crinkle leather, like that's the way they're supposed to look. And they're really soft. They got really soft inside. But I asked Nicole, I asked Ronnie, I asked in my admin chat if anybody recognized, and they're a size 44, so we know they're European. But if you can see in there, it says CATT with a big lowercase I and a tiny M.
I've never heard of that brand.
Catum. I Googled it. I eBayed it. I couldn't find it. I'll have to like maybe look. But it's not written in a different language. It says Smart Comfort. Smart Comfort, CATTI, capital I with a dot over it, and a tiny capital M.
Did you find anything on eBay?
No. I found nothing. And so me being the typical me, if I don't find any information, I buy it.
So, right?
So now I have these boots. Because they were just looked like really good quality boots.
Yeah, they do.
So yeah, so I picked those up. They were $12.99.
If all else fails, they look cool. You can sell them on style because they
You
look.
could just sell them as brown boots, you know, like.
Yeah.
And then I got
a little more creative.
You know, honestly, I used to joke about that, and I really still want to do it if I had the time, you know, maybe when I retire. I wanted to just do an experiment where I took like one picture of things, and then I would just be like, red shirt, extra large, and just see how well the store did.
Let us know. That would save us all a lot of work.
I know.
Right?
eBay's just full of, you know, flower dress. Size large. And then I got these, they're size 41, and they're very similar to the brand that left my brain, PinkKneesPickings. As far as like they have the removable insole that you can replace them, because PinkKneesPickings, if you're not familiar, they're really expensive, and they have soles that the insoles you can remove because they're customizable. For your arch support, and also they recommend that they get replaced like every year. They say, you know, you need to replace your insoles because, but the shoe that's just talks about how quality of a shoe it's supposed to be, that the shoe's supposed to hold up to you just replacing insoles all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could the name on the insole wore off. I can't read it. I don't know what it says at all. But the shoes, I went ahead and bought them just based off of experience on this type of shoe. The fact that it's European sized with a removable insole, and it's a comfort shoe, and it's leather. Right. And the leather is like butter soft inside.
Looks like it starts with an L.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I'll help you work on that when we're done, because there's a couple of brands that do that with the removable.
And the other
insole.
one, the other shoe is not any better condition. This is like the best name label that there is. And then I ended up, let me see if I can get these untangled here. I ended up with Cabbage Patch doll strollers. Little strollers.
Cabbage Patch doll strollers?
Yeah, they're for Cabbage Patch dolls.
Cute.
They're from 1983. I got 2 of them for $7.99, so they were $4 a piece.
Are they like all functional strollers or strollers for the Cabbage Patch dolls?
They're strollers for the Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh.
They're strollers for kids to put the dolls in. Yeah. So there's 2 of them. They're pretty much, I mean, they're exactly the same.
What do they go for?
I don't know. I saw one new in the box was like $80.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not sure. I thought maybe I could put them up for like 30 plus shipping just to see.
Are you going to sell them together?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just got them out of the car yesterday, so.
It's a process.
Yeah, I'm not to that point yet, Tonya. But anyway, those are like the 3 kind of highlights. I bought a bunch of other stuff. I spent a good amount of money because I bought like 2 Keurigs. I bought a Cuisinart Keurig and another Keurig. And then I didn't know those Cuisinart Keurigs are like $100 and something. But I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm probably going to have to part that one out completely. And more shoes and stuff like that. Who's next?
Yeah, you had a large shoe haul.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but there were some good ones.
Oh yeah, and all those shoes are listed too.
Ooh, really? You just bought them and they're already all listed?
Except for the new ones, except for those ones I just showed, but the ones that I bought last week, like when I did my haul video and I showed all those shoes and all that stuff, those are all listed.
You go,
Good
girl.
job.
Right?
Dwayne was asking, are you sure it's not a G? But no, that's definitely not a G. That's definitely a C on these boots. CATTIM. Maybe it's just CATTI and that M is something else. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. All right, who's going next?
You want to go, Yvon?
Okay. Well, so when I went up to the mountain for my dad's place to take pictures and for sale, again, I stopped at my favorite honey hole, Mountain Goodwill, and I got a lot of good things. I put together a haul video. I'll throw it up when we're done. And then last night, I popped into a Goodwill and I found some more St. John. There's just 3 pieces I want to show. Let me grab it, okay? Hang on one moment.
Dwayne said that it seems like the only dogs that are at the shelters are Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls. That's true.
Pit
It's a
bulls.
lot of
Really?
pit
There's a
bulls.
bunch of Chihuahuas?
It's people don't like Chihuahuas. I know you love them.
That's
but
so funny. So,
you either love or hate a Chihuahua.
right.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of Chihuahuas and there's a lot of Pit Bull mixes. So I actually read that there's one shelter that started doing DNA testing on the dogs because they were labeled as Pit Bull mixes, but they weren't really Pit Bull mixes, and it was inhibiting their adoptions.
Yeah.
By saying, oh, this is a Pit Bull mix.
Yeah, all Pit Bulls are not bad. And, they really get a bad rep, and that's just not fair, for them. But I guess when you buy them at a shelter, you don't know what kind of background they came from.
No, you don't. You have no idea. Did Yvonne come back? I wasn't on the screen. Oh yeah,
I just got up for a second. So I'm not sure how to do this. Hang on. This is a vintage dress. Isn't it so cute though?
It is
What's
cute.
the hole? Is it a pocket?
It's a pocket.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, it's by Youth Guild, and my preliminary research, I haven't done thorough yet, but this was just last night. I went at 7:30 and closed down a Goodwill. I think this is from the late 60s, I believe. And a lot of their dresses, their vintage dresses, are going for around 50 to 80. This is very mod, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of vintage, but I'm smart enough not to pass that up, right?
I probably would have bought that too.
Mm-hmm.
It would have sat over in a tub, but I would have bought it.
And for some reason, they just got a haul from Marshalls and Ross, and there were a lot of dresses new with tags, and they priced them cheaper than they normally do, maybe because they had an abundance. And they priced them $6.99. So I have a brand new with tag, a Maeve dress, if that's how you say it, from Anthropology, and Nanette Napor. I found some more St. John. I think I found like 10 pieces of St. John this month. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've noticed you've been finding a lot of that. That's great.
St. John. But anyways, more exciting and different, okay? So I'm going to keep this. It's a fanny pack.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's a sequin fanny pack. Oh my gosh. I will rock this at the bins.
You need to. That is just great. I love that.
$1.99. Okay, and I don't know what to say about this, but when I saw it, I was like, what would Tonya do? Okay, she would buy this. I don't know if she'd bring it in the house, but she would buy this. This was $3.99. Let me go slow and get it up for you guys.
He's so cute.
It's some kind of little, I don't know if it came like that or if someone did it. Like, she's happy, so she doesn't scare me, but she's all voodoo aborigine. She was $3.99, she or he. Again, I went at 7:30 last night and I closed it down, so I haven't done any research on this, but I just knew
Yeah,
It
that's
has
probably a boy.
Do her eyes close?
Yes.
Oh, when you lay her down, they close?
Uh-huh.
Oh. What about on the back of the neck, like on the
Yeah.
back side?
I haven't even done my research on it to tell.
Hey, you know what? You could get really creative with that listing.
Yeah, I'm not
We
sure
could
how.
come up with a pretty good story to go along with that.
This is one of those things to build a story, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know next Tuesday, like what happened, and you can go look at my store and see what happened, how I handled her.
I would definitely do that as an auction.
Think so?
Yeah, especially if there's nothing else, anything like it.
I'm sure there has to be.
Well, I'll find out. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. I think it's just finding the right words to use.
Yeah, and I'll look for all the marks, like on the back of, on the back of her when we're done. And I just got it again last night. I put everything over there, ate, and went on to bed. But I love closing down a Goodwill because it's all nice and quiet after about 8 o'clock.
You know what? We went to the Goodwill, I guess it was Saturday because we closed down that Goodwill too.
Yeah.
It was Saturday because I was like, oh, why isn't the bingo place open? That's like right next door.
That's so funny. We have a Goodwill here with a bingo by it too. But our Goodwills actually just changed their hours. So they used to be open till 9 o'clock on the weekdays, and now they're going to be closing at 8.
Really?
Well, it doesn't affect me. I don't ever source that late.
Yeah, ours close at 9. They open at 8. They close at 9. The Salvation Armies close. Some of them close at 6. Some of them close at 8. And then Savers closes at 9.
Yeah.
Be trying to cut out that hour. You never know. But, I guess maybe because the store was kind of empty,
Yeah, they said they just weren't getting enough business to justify being open that extra hour.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, because there was only like me and like one other person at random that would come in and look for something and leave.
Right.
All right, Tonya, what'd you get?
Okay. Well, I got 3 things I want to show you guys real quick. So just this morning, I picked up this sealed DVD Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. I paid $1.99. And if I send it into FBA, it looks like I can get about $42. Or if I sell it merchant fulfilled, maybe about $23. So nothing really crazy, but it's a decent profit. And then I saw these and I had to get them. Look, Yvon, you're just going to die. They're a little bitty. Wait, let me see what they're called. They're called Tiger Bear shoes. And see, it's got a little tiger on it.
No, we can't see. Stop moving so fast.
Yes.
Oh, okay, now I see.
Those are her Paul Cantu soccer shoes.
Right? But they're my size. So I don't know. And I only paid $3.99 for them. I might keep them just because I'm weird like that. I might have to rock these.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and then the last thing I got, you guys, this is so funny. So I got these hands. If we're friends on Facebook, you probably already saw my post, but I got 3 of them. They were $1 each. And I thought okay, well, first of all, they're going to be like multi-purpose, okay? I'm going to use them for my witch party I have every October. But then I thought, well, in the meantime, I could be using them as like display props.
Alien.
So, when you're scrolling through looking for a pair of earrings and you see this hand, I mean, what in the world? Don't you think that's going to get people's attention? So I already listed a couple things with them. It's just, a fun experiment. So we'll see.
You're silly.
I know. Somebody on my Instagram says, oh my God, I don't know who's weirder, you or me.
Probably you.
Probably. So.
No, I agree. Anything you can do to stand out a little bit. That's what I love about my background.
Yeah, I love your background.
Me too.
Yeah, I bought mine off of eBay. This is not even real. Those lights and stuff. It's just a background. That's what... All right. So do we want to talk about sales or?
Sure.
Okay. So we'll do Tonya's. We'll do Tonya's first. Get it up here.
I feel like I'm letting you guys down. I don't have any amazing sales this week.
I don't, honestly, I don't think a lot of people did.
It's slow for everyone. Most everyone.
All right, so here's this one, the citrine cross.
Okay, yeah, I picked this up. I think it was about $2. I bought it with a bunch of other jewelry. And I actually have about, I think, 3 or 4 of these necklaces. So I'll just relist it again. I did have it as an auction. And it sold for $20 plus some shipping.
And then I got this one, Raymond Waite's throw pillows.
The pillows. So yeah, I've been experimenting with selling pillows here and there. I think I paid either $1.99 or $2.99 each for these pillows.
Those are cool.
Are they cool? And I had them listed pretty high because I had done some research, and they just weren't selling. And I kept getting lowball offers, so I just decided to do an auction on them, and they sold for $34.99.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, they're really unique, huh?
Yeah.
That's wood. Those little flower-looking things, that's all wood.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yvonne, I didn't bring yours up yet, so hang on, let me get it up. Do you have anything that's in particular that you wanted to talk about in your style?
No, sales were just kind of slow and steady. I did have a pretty decent weekend, though. I think I had about a $300 weekend. One lady bought 5 items, so
Ooh,
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's been happening to me a lot more lately. I don't know if it's because I've been working social media a little bit harder, but because last week I had someone buy 7 items from me, and I'm like, what is happening? So that would be good, though, right? And I'm kind of happy that, my average sale price besides those groupings is like around 28 to 38. That makes me kind of happy. Quick flips.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Real quick. Some Lululemon that sold pretty quick.
Sorry, I was having trouble, and then I got a little distracted in my saved sellers section. There was I love my cows. Like, that was the name of the thing, and I was like, what do they sell in that store? And I had it in my saved sellers. Okay, hang on. I got your store. All right, sold. Which it's not showing me. Why are they all black?
I see them.
Yeah, but they're black.
Folds.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, that's my recent solds.
Okay, so there's your Lululemon tank.
So someone bought both of those. She didn't even send the best offer, so I always love that.
That's always a plus. Oh yeah, Yvonne said that the jets were what was going on with the jets today?
Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
Rattle my windows. I live right by the Air Force Academy here in Colorado Springs, and the Thunderbirds, what is it, graduation time or something? I don't really know, but they're doing their practicing, and it's rattling my windows. So
I really like the way you do these collage gallery photos.
I do. I've been doing that for about 1.5 years, and I really, really like it. I think it helps. I think it shows people, hey, I have some professional pictures. I have more pictures. Go look,
Yeah. No, I think it looks great in the gallery, too. And I used to do some collage photos as well, and I always really liked the way that they looked, but it just took extra time that I didn't feel like putting in.
Right.
But I really like the way it looks.
With the new apps, that's why I had kind of slowed down. But then with the new apps on the iPhone, oh my gosh. I use Photo RS.
Photo RS?
Yeah, I've been using that one for about 1.5 years, I guess.
I use Instacollage. Like Instagram, but Instacollage.
Whatever works, whatever is fast, fast for us. But I do everything on my phone.
Yeah, I want to try that. I want to try a couple auctions or try doing that kind of picture this week. That'd be fun. You always have the best ideas, Yvonne.
That's one of my strengths. As far as a business person, I've been an entrepreneur all my life, but really I have an artistic temperament. That's the part I love, is that part. It's like,
you do. And I got some of these. Oh look, I got some of these because you suggested them. The peacock mailers.
I love my designer poly
I
mailers.
love them. They make me so happy.
I think we're all using them now. I think because you know what? They only cost like what 3 or 4 cents more than solid color.
Yeah, I think I paid $11 for like a whole big thing of them.
For 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not expensive. No. Yeah, I like these. I have these ones. I always get different ones, but I have these watercolor ones.
Ooh, those are pretty.
Yeah, and then I have some ones that roll back. The unicorn ones.
Oh, I love the unicorn.
Yeah.
Keep hoping they'll make clouds so that I could be totally branded without.
I think they do. I really think they actually
I
do.
keep checking. Not yet. Now I can order them myself in a group.
No, I saw clouds.
No, I want.
There's clouds.
Not like this.
Not like that, huh, Yvonne?
Like I said, you can order them because I know a couple other resellers have started doing that where they're making their own designs and ordering like 5,000 from overseas and then doing like what Corey Jen and 3RB does, blotting them out. And I could probably do that, but then I don't want everybody having my clouds.
Yeah, no, I like using branded poly mailers or special poly mailers. Like I like the eBay poly mailers or like I've always had like colored ones and stuff like that and things that had different designs on them as soon as I found out they had different designs.
Only a few more pennies to make someone happy, and they do make people happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So let me talk about my sales then. There was nothing exciting at all. Just low bread and butter items. So, but I did sell the last one of these deep freeze baskets. I had got 3 of them. They were stacked together, brand new, at the Goodwill. Unfortunately, they still had one of the little tags on there that would say like what model it went to. So when I went to go look it up, if you tried to buy one of these baskets off of GE's website, they were like $75.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up buying them because obviously, like I said, it was $1.99 for the 3 of them. And I listed them all separately. The first sale, somebody bought 2 of them. And then the second sale was the last one that I had left. So that got sold. So it was $14.99 plus shipping because they were on sale. And then the next thing I sold was this used food dehydrator that I had picked up at Savers. I think I paid $4.99 for it or $5.99. I know it wasn't very expensive. And so I put it on sale as well because I had my whole store like 40% off. Ooh. And so it went for $29.97 plus shipping. So, and then I finally sold another one of these stupid bracelets. Not that this was a big win. This is a lesson on it doesn't matter how much you research. Some things just aren't going to sell the way you want them to. I had bought these way back before Christmas when I did a really big order from Disney Store. They were doing clearance. And these were $33 a piece. And I ended up getting 10 of them. And all the research that I had put into them, they should have sold for about $75.
Oh, no.
Even if you go look up these bracelets now, they're going for about $75. But it doesn't matter what I do, I could not sell them for that price. And like some of them I sold for just like for as low as like $40-something on best offer just to get my money back. But this one sold for $59.95, free shipping. So not a big win. It's just kind of one of those lessons, and you know what? It sometimes it's just not your product. Sometimes it's just I couldn't figure out what it was. I changed around those keywords. I have nice photos. There's nothing different about mine than the other people's, but mine just weren't selling. I thought they would have sold at Christmas and Valentine's Day. And I did sell some at Christmas and Valentine's Day, but I thought they were going to be gone. I mean, I've had these things for 6 months. But I have 2 left. So that's it. That's all. I mean, I had other sales, but that's all I was going to talk about.
Yeah, I had some fails like that. I bought a bunch of jewelry at Macy's on clearance, and I thought for sure they'd just fly off the shelves, but they didn't. So,
I mean, it was a very educated like purchase, you know, like
yeah.
it wasn't like, because when I was going through, that's the one thing about online arbitrage is that you get a chance to really research.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like when you're at the store and you just take a second to look something up and make a split second decision. When you're doing online arbitrage, I mean, you really can think through the whole process and do a lot of research and a lot of things and figure out, hey, do I want to buy $500 worth of these things?
Right.
So I don't know. Even with all of that research and all of that time I put in, it just didn't work out. And it just happens that way. I mean, I'm sure you guys know, like, there's some people that can just sell a certain brand and sell it for like top dollar while you have one sitting for $14.95 that you haven't been able to sell in a year. You know, like,
Yeah.
So what do you guys do in those instances when you have an item that you know should have sold? What kind of things do you do with do you do any kind of stuff to your listings, or you just put it on sale, or what do you do?
I start with tweaking pictures and words, keywords. Start there.
Run an auction.
Yeah. Yeah, I typically try to go in and make sure I'm not missing a keyword. Because sometimes one word can really make a difference.
Right.
And then I have seen people say that they go as far as taking new photos of things. And I'm just like, oh, I couldn't do that. Like,
Yeah,
I couldn't
me
go
neither.
back. I couldn't go back and be like, I've had this stuff for a year. Let me take
Right.
new photos.
Yeah. Once we're done, we're done. That's it.
Yeah. Our relationship didn't work out. We're
It's
breaking
over.
What about you, Yvon? What do you do?
Well, I kind of rearrange my pictures, maybe crop in tighter. I don't know, try to put a better picture up front, play with keywords. And then second levels, I'll start tinkering with the price. You know what? I actually have 5 items that I have run on auction, 10-day auction, 5 or 6 times now. I titled it Last Call. I started to auction like a ridiculously low price. I reduced shipping a little bit and still no go. Normally, I feel like if I've done the work, it's staying up until it sells. I might redonate. I might redonate these 5 items. I might give up. I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't like having such low priced auctions in my store.
Right.
I don't know. Go ahead. I don't know if it's being a snob or what. I don't know.
Well, it brings down your entire kind of sell-through statistics and stuff like that. And I don't know how with the like sell-through rates, if they take into consideration like what the price of something was, but I could only imagine if you had 400 items in your store that you were putting up at $4.99 auction hoping somebody buy them, and then they don't sell and you sell 2 of them, that it's like, well, you couldn't sell them for $5, you know? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like, I don't know how any of those stats work, but I would think like, but you know what? I've gone through, put things in my store on sale, they didn't sell. Gone and put them on auction, didn't sell, and then went back and put them full price, and then they sold.
There's that too, right?
Yep.
I know. So it's just a dilemma. I'm not sure what to do. Because on one hand, I'm like, I'm so sick of looking at you. You 5 items.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm like, that's irresponsible. You've already done the work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I try to be like that, where I'm like, oh, I already put all this work in. It's already listed. You know, it just can sit out there and wait. But sometimes with the low dollar items, what ends up happening with ones that sit out there and wait is they get lost. You know, because they've been there for over a year and things have been put in that box and taken out of that box and put in that box and taken out of that box, and at some point it like disappears.
Right.
Patricia says, my mailers are fancy. They say eBay on them. How are you guys doing with your tissue papers? I didn't order the tissue paper stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe I should get
on
some.
the clothes.
No, I don't do that either. When I used to get colored tissue paper and stuff, I always wrapped it with like, I stopped using colored tissue paper because I was concerned about it bleeding, like if the box got wet. Do you have that concern?
Yeah. So I just, like when I sold those 5 items together and I put everything in, and, you know, I did combined shipping and I put everything in a medium flat rate. So everything was tissued and then in the bread bag. But then, so it's safe, right? So then I lined the box with some of that big fancy eBay paper, and then I put everything in. So
I still need to get my pinching pesos paper. It's so expensive though. But I did have that person. Yes, they did buy me 6 sheets of it. It's still in the pack. I haven't used it for anything. I just keep it like I'm special.
Right.
You know,
I wouldn't want to use it either.
I wouldn't use it. I want to use it. Like, it would have to be like $1,000 sale or something. But I still want to get like a whole pack of it. But it's like $400. But yeah, I want to get branded stuff. Like I really do. But I'm way ahead of myself because I really need to just get my act together and list all of my stuff because I have such good stuff to sell. I'm really good at picking.
That's my
I'm
problem
really
too.
good at sitting on my butt too, you know?
Right? I know exactly what you mean.
hey, you got all those shoes up lickety split. I was kind of impressed. Seriously, I was.
Oh
right?
yeah, I took all those pictures in the same day. So.
And they look good too.
Yeah. Something's going on with like my lighting and I don't know what. It's like it used to be that I could just take the pictures and the background would just be crisp white. But now there's like a haze and a shadow and like it's got a tone to it. I think I need to find my camera again. Because I used to take pictures with my Canon camera and I didn't have those issues with that kind of where it's not a bright white. And I can
What was that?
That was Foxy growling at Dusty. Oh no, that was Boomer. Foxy's right here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get distracted. Anyway, but there is a setting on the phone that you can put. Come here, Dusty. Come here, boy. That you could put on the phone that would make the background really white, but then it also washed out my actual item. You know, like wash out the coloring.
Well, I did notice a little shadow, but what I liked were your inserts, and I liked the angles that you chose. It was kind of artsy.
I always try to do different angles. I never do anything like just flat and flat. I'm always like, oh, like, because I got into that when I was doing parts. It's like, how many pictures of like of a one part can you take? You know, so and also they don't really take up space. You know, I mean, they're like this. You know, you're supposed to do. So I would angle them so that way they would take up a square. And if you noticed when you would scroll through the parts, everybody was taking them either this way or this way, this way or this way. And so I'm like, I'm going to do it that way.
You rebel.
Well, I used to always try to find a way to make my gallery photos stand out. That's why I used to use an aqua background. My background was aqua.
Right.
And so everything I had, the background was aqua. It wasn't white. It wasn't black. It was aqua. So when you scrolled those listings, it would just, poof, all of a sudden there was aqua.
That's what I'm hoping for with these things.
With your funky hand? That hand creeps me out.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
oh my goodness.
so aside from doing your gallery photos with the collage and stuff, is there, I mean, I think that is really all you have to do as far as like getting a good gallery photo is those collages. I think are great. But I know they take extra time, but if you're taking pictures with your phone, like you said, using the collage function on the phone takes what, another 5 seconds?
And it's just important to me, my artistic temperament, that's what makes it fun for me.
Yeah.
So it's staying. There are 2 listings I did get a little crazy with. I made a collage out of 5 or 6 pictures. That's overkill. So
that's how I kind of feel like with the hands, because I feel like, I know I need to be listing, but if I add fun props, it makes it even, funner for me. Is funner a word? More fun, right?
we got you.
Sorry, I was trying to make sure they were playing and not like getting angry at each other, but I think they're wagging tails. So I just keep hearing "roar," and Boomer doesn't "roar" at anything. So like, sorry. All right. Anything else? What do you guys want to talk about? You got any special shows coming up, Tonya?
I believe we're going to do the Reseller 6-pack again on Sunday evening.
Oh, you are? Because I know he said he wasn't sure how often y'all were going to do that.
I think we're going to do it. I don't know. Are we going to do it, Lonnie?
Lonnie's like, I haven't recovered from last Sunday.
I know, right? I know Dwayne was probably still doing a little bit of recovery.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was so much fun.
Lonnie says, if you want to get really crazy, make collages of collages and fit 36 micro pictures into your gallery.
Then they have to click on my listing, right?
They're like, what is that? That's the Tonya method. What is this?
What in the world? Let me click on that and see what it is.
What? I did hear somebody mention that, saying that they would take their pictures purposely from far away.
Yeah.
So they couldn't tell from the gallery photo what it was. So that people would have to click on their listing to see the details of the item. And I'm like, I was like, you really need to take that brain power, all that skeezing that you're trying to do with this gallery photo, and use it for good.
Yes, you guys use your powers for good. Because that might work for your average buyer, but if you're a seller buyer, well, I'll speak for myself as a seller buyer. It makes me mad when I see, like when I'm shopping for myself and I see people put in no effort. I'm like, you don't deserve my money. You put in no effort. I work so hard.
Oh my goodness.
Tonya, aren't you doing something else too about your garage sales with Bonafide? Is that a regular gig now?
Oh, well, I just hadn't heard confirmation back from them, but yes, there's a chance that we might do some garage sale talk this Friday. So be looking for that. I'll post about it if I find out for sure.
Yeah.
But that's always fun. Love to talk about garage sales.
I'm trying to find Lonnie's link to the show, and it like disappeared. Oh, it changed the gallery photo. It changed the thumbnail. That's why I couldn't find it. It was of a radio. Okay, so guys, make sure you go over and check out Lonnie's Garage Flips new show if you would like a chance to win Reseller Rally tickets, and also just to go watch it because it was a really decent show. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Do we have anything else we want to talk about before we go?
Well,
Anybody have any questions before we go? I'm sorry, what'd you say, man?
I'm going to throw up a little quick haul video, just a little 20-minute. If somebody, I like to watch haul videos because if I can't go shopping, like I like to watch my friends' haul videos because I'm like, yeah, that's so cool. I love it. Vicariously. So some people like haul videos, some people don't. I try to keep them kind of quick.
Yeah, I love haul videos.
I do too.
I do the opposite. My haul videos are like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
I try to keep them at like an hour. I was going to do a haul video of this stuff, some of the stuff that I showed my haul from Saturday, but I don't think I will. But I did buy some Ott lights, and I might keep them. They're like floor ones, like the floor lamp ones, the Ott lights. And I was trying to, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever seen them.
Ott lights are those lights that are supposed to be like natural lighting, and they're supposed to also, aren't they supposed to help you with like your vitamin D deficiency? Like aren't they good for people that have like cabin fever? Yeah.
Seasonal disorder.
Seasonal depression. Yeah. Seasonal depression is the same as cabin fever, right? Like it's like the same thing, same general concept, that you're stuck inside and you're.
Do you have a window in your office?
I do. I have a window right there, but it's not like, I mean, you can see that it's not shining on me.
She can see squirrels crawling around carrying underwear in their mouth.
I can see the underwear squirrels, yes. Silver Hair Stacker says, clothing is kind of boring. No offense intended. Yeah, you got to keep those clothing ones kind of short. I guess that's true. I personally feel that way.
Silver usually pops in for a few minutes anyways and leaves me a nice comment. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's always making me laugh.
Yeah. I love all the, like I said, I'm partial to all the OG pickers. Like I love the group that Lonnie's put together. Swamp Picker. Who else is in there? The Cajun.
Cincinnati Picker.
Yeah.
Oh, Gigi says that cabin fever is not the same as seasonal depression or whatever that's called. Someone's asking, what is the first step when a buyer asks for a refund? Refer them to eBay or do it from your end? Oh, you mean like where they haven't opened up a refund request? They're just like in your messages asking about a refund? Is that what you mean, Thelma?
Who's asking that?
Thelma Thrift.
Oh, Thelma Thrift is? Girl's got 2 stores. She's old school. She knows how to do this.
Yeah, she said they're just messaging her in the messenger. Sometimes when people are messaging me in the messenger, a lot of times I feel like they are digging for partial refunds.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel when they do that. Typically, you want to refer them, have them open up a return request for whatever reason it is. You know, if it's something and they're trying to say that, hey, this is not the way it was supposed to be. I mean, obviously that's an INAD, but those don't go against us anymore. You just have to pay the return shipping on them, which eBay is going to provide them a label. But if it's in any other reason, like it doesn't fit or I don't like it or I bought it by mistake or any of these other things, they still provide them a label after you authorize it. You have to authorize all those returns. After you authorize it, they'll still provide them a label, but the customer's got to pay for the shipping.
Right. I'm not going to pay for, yeah.
But try to handle it at the return request level. Don't let it escalate it.
Yeah. Yeah, eBay says talk to the seller. Yeah, all you have to do is just tell them like, hey, I'm sorry, you know, to hear that you're unhappy with your item or it didn't fit you or whatever it was. You know, go ahead and open up. I do take returns. Go ahead and open up a return request and, you know, a label will be provided to you. You don't have to say prepaid label. You don't have to say not paid label. Just say a label. And then that way, whatever the reason was, they're still getting a label. They're just, one is paid, one's not. You don't have to specify that. Just say a label.
Yeah.
And then that way it all runs through the eBay system. And then that way it's tracked. So if they don't ship it back, it'll be tracked in there. If you don't, you know, if they do ship it back and it gets lost, it's tracked in there. Everything's tracked in there. So it's better for eBay if there is an issue with the return for them to be able to go and look and say, oh, well, they never shipped it back or they shipped it back, but it never made it.
Right.
I agree. And congratulations, Thelma, on not having enough returns to remember exactly how to do that. Kudos to you.
Right.
I think it's something she's having an issue with. I don't think it's her customer. I think she's the customer.
Oh, she's the buyer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Karen's asking, do you have immediate return authorization? No.
Yeah, no.
The reason why is because some people, I don't want them returning their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost me too much money for them to send me something broken.
Right.
B, it wasn't worth them sending it back to me. It's a $5 thing.
Right.
It's going to cost $3 to get it back. Or C, sometimes they open those return requests and they're not really wanting to return it.
Yeah.
I have an open return request right now, where the person was basically saying, you sent me the wrong thing, but I still want to keep this thing. Do you have the other thing that I bought? I want both
Things.
And I can't do anything with it. I sent them a message, you know, like, hey, yeah, sure, we can work something out. I can send you the other thing, whatever you want to do. And they haven't responded.
Yeah.
And I sent them another message. Hey, I'm just following up, and they haven't responded. And so it's just sitting there open.
Yeah. You know, I stopped offering returns, and it's just something I'm experimenting with. And people will say to me, well, you know, Macy's offers, you know, however long they offer returns. But you know what? We're not Macy's. This stuff is used. And what really got me going on this is the clothing. I guess maybe I wasn't measuring right or doing the right things. You know, I go in and out of these stages with clothing. But, and I just got frustrated. And like Deb said, I let that one person make me mad. So now I've just stopped offering returns with clothes. But you know what? If somebody messages me, of course I'm going to give them a return. But I'm just not, you know, it's not just free willy or willy nilly, whatever. So yeah, it's just frustrating.
I don't have any problems with returns. I used to for a long time when eBay had their INAD, like when INADs were, if you don't know what INAD is, it's item not as described.
Yeah.
An INAD. When they were real strict on those INADs, you know, where if you got one, if that customer opened up for any reason, you know, that the item wasn't as described, you got ding, 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 you know, and it was really bad for you. When they started that was what, 2 years ago, and they don't do that anymore, but they ran it for like a year, right? Something like a year. Yeah. I started doing seller paid returns, which is actually what eBay's trying to get people to do now. As I was running seller paid returns because it prevented people from opening fake INADs. There was no reason for them to. You know, for whatever reason they were returning it, I was going to pay the shipping back. You don't need to open an INAD.
I see a lot.
Right. Because a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people will say something doesn't fit, but they don't want to pay the shipping back. So they'll say, oh, it wasn't described properly, so that they don't have to pay the shipping back.
Yeah.
And everybody told me at that time, they're like, you're going to ruin your business. You know, so many scammers are going to come and you're going to be ran out of business. And I'm like, okay. And I think I did 4 returns that year. You know, it's like, I mean, it just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't a big deal. And so I changed it back to not worrying about, you know, I changed it back to buyer paid returns when they changed their requirements now, that the INADs don't really matter as long as you're resolving the issue.
Yeah.
Right.
But then now I see that eBay's trying to purposely get us to do seller paid returns, which I had heard Scavenger Life mention, oh, well, it's like Amazon. But it's not like Amazon. Amazon doesn't just let you return things for free. You only get to return something for free if it wasn't as described, just like eBay.
Yeah.
But if I buy something, and I've bought things like my daughter's phone case, I bought the wrong thing. It was for the wrong phone. It was my fault. I paid the $3 to ship that thing back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy over that new 30, 60-day free return thing.
I don't see the 60-day. I don't see the reason why they need to push for a 60-day return.
I don't even care about 60-day, but the seller paid, I'm not doing that.
If I did,
yeah.
How do you feel about it, Tonya?
Well, I was just going to say, people's mentality is, oh, I'll wear it for 3 weeks and I'm already sick of this, so I'm going to return it. People return things like crazy, and I'm just not going to do it. I don't know if they've worn it or not. That's why in one of my videos not too long ago, I was ranting about a return, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me one of those guns that has the little tag, the barb thing, and I'm going to put a cute little sticker that says Couture Door, and, you know, like right here on the sleeve. So if they wear it, I'm going to know, right? Because if the tag's not attached, you know what? You can't return it. You can't return it.
You can make those requirements that the item needs to be returned in the condition that it was sent.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't sell a lot of clothing, so I know if I did sell clothing, I think I would be a little more chinchy with my, you know,
return policy. Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily think it's people like renting the items where they're wearing them and giving them back. I really think it's more people that are, well, I'll try it and see if it fits me. If it doesn't fit me, I can just return it.
Right. And I can't tell you how many people do not take the time to read the item description. Like I sold a vintage size 8 or something like that. And then, you know, that might not be the same size as it is nowadays. So, and people just don't read the descriptions.
What were you going to say, Yvon?
Oh, I was just saying what you said is more what I'm thinking, is that if it doesn't cost them anything, they can just be willy-nilly. And sometimes, I don't want to talk negative, but some sellers are all, I mean, buyers are already a little willy-nilly, right? Like Tonya says, they don't read thoroughly. So I think that would just encourage that. I just think it's unnecessary and a little cruel, especially when I read the print that says it's only going to give me a advantage of, like, what was it, up to 11 or 12% increase in exposure. I'm not, that doesn't excite me.
Yay! Instead of search result number 34, I'm search result number 28.
These kind of things are important to people who sell multiple high demand new products, like, games, phones. Like, they have stiff competition. We're selling used secondhand items. We really don't have to trip too much on getting top exposure on the first page.
I mean, I've heard stories about people that would buy, like, oh, my wife or oh, my friend will buy 12 pairs of shoes, get them home, try them all on, find the 2 she wants, send the other 8 back.
Yeah.
Because Zappos or whatever did free returns, or whoever it was doing free returns, And like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is, I don't know. I really wish that eBay would put out for our used seller, people. Like, because a lot of the moves that they make and the changes that they make aren't for us. Yeah. They're not going to benefit us. They don't do anything for us. And the majority of eBay is kind of used. It's either Chinese sellers and new stuff, or U.S. sellers of new Chinese stuff, or us, and they don't really center anything around us.
It is a lot better than it was a couple years ago, though. I mean, we can all agree to that. Like, the defect system was horrible. A lot of us lost our top-rated seller for a while and struggled to get it back. It is a lot better, but there's a lot of talk right now too. A lot of us are going, well, for top-rated seller, if final value fees are going to drop from 20 to 10. I don't know if I'm going to worry so much anymore about one-day handling. I think I'm going to relax on myself a little bit, especially because we also determined that there's still a way to keep our Commercial Plus discount shipping rate.
Yep. I changed all of mine to 2 days.
I changed mine to 3 days.
I lost my top-rated seller over late scans. Mm-hmm. And it was like, well, what's the point? I lost it anyway.
Right, me too.
And it really pissed me off because I've had my top-rated seller for like forever. And then all of a sudden they changed this whole thing. And then it's like, oh, yeah, now you don't have it anymore. And then, so I just went in and changed them all to 2 days. And somebody argued, they were like, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you ship it right away? And I'm like, oh, I'm not saying I'm not going to ship it right away like I always do. I used to ship things same day. I've shipped out things within a half an hour that they came through the order, just because I was already shipping and it came, and here you go, and ship that too. But, so it doesn't mean that I'm going to purposely delay the shipping time. But it just gives me some leeway that one day didn't do.
It's nice to have that cushion, for sure.
Yeah. But obviously I want my people to get their stuff quickly. I'm not purposely delaying, my shipping. Anything else?
It's a little over an hour now. I think we did good.
Yeah, we started late, so all right. I guess we will. Bye. No, I guess we will. Thank you, everyone who came out to watch us today. Really appreciate you always joining us when we're on. Love our viewers. You guys are always so supportive. And so thank you so much for hanging around for an hour to listen to us babble. But if you have any questions, you can always post them down in the chat. You can also check out the Reseller Stew Facebook page. We're all over in there if you have any questions or things like that we didn't get to in the chat or that you didn't want to ask. So, but anyway, thank you guys very much. We will see you all next time. Make sure to check down in the description of the videos. Everybody's channel is there. April's, Yvonne's, Tonya's,
Holly.
Sorry, my throat got all clogged up. Holly's. And Holly had her baby last week, so there's a little tiny infant. Yep. So she has a little, she's 5 days old now. Little tiny little
precious.
baby. Yep. So anyway, we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.